Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to Unit Lost. My name is Kirioth and I'm going to take a little look-see at Banished. Now what is Banished? Banished is a city building strategy game where you control a group of exiled travellers who decide to restart their lives in a new land. They have only the clothes on their backs and a cart filled with the supplies from their homeland. So there you go, you've got to make yourself a nice successful little town slash city, preferably city if you can get it that big, and all you've got is the resources of the land and the lads that you start out with, who will hopefully become a new generation of amazing city dwelling explorers and travellers. Now, I have not dived straight into this. I'm going to be honest, I had a little play with it before because it looked bloody complicated if I'm honest with you, so I thought I'll have a little blast to see what it's like, and you can see the results of this on the screen in front of you. On this menu, this is my first ever village, and it was a roaring success in that it did not capitulate and die, and people were surviving. So, I'm going to start it again. We will do a new map. You can change the seed, you can change the terrain type. We'll stick with valleys. Medium terrain size. We could do a harsh climate, but I don't really... yeah, no. Easy, medium, and hard are actually very different. Easy just gives you everything. You've got like homes, you've got storage areas, you've got like seeds and orchards and livestock, all kinds of stuff, loads of stuff. Medium is a bit more reasonable. You start with 5 families, you've got clothing, food, firewood and tools, and construction materials. You've got a storage barn, but you don't have like livestock and stuff already set up for you. Hard, I'm not going to touch because what the hell. A hard game begins with 4 families, a small amount of clothing, food and firewood and tools provided, no seeds or farming are available. So yeah, we're going to go medium, and let's give it a good spam. There we go. And this is going to be called, yes, there we go. Mental Wind Town. And off we go. I have to admit, I do like the way this game looks. I'll say that straight away. It's got a nice aesthetic to it, and also the music's kind of cool as well. It kind of feels very Age of Empires-y. Now, one thing I've learned is it's generally a good idea to pause when you start, because it gives you a bit of a chance to have a look around and see what's going on and see where you are. The camera is actually quite nice and smooth, controlled with WS and D. There's some mental wind going on. Okay, so we've got a little storage barn there. We've got a stockpile there. We've got a river nearby. A bit of hill. That's going to make putting stuff down a right pain. Okay, so really we need to get rid of like this stuff here because we need like a good base for the town. So you've got all these various tools down here right now. This is where it gets a bit mental. You've got things like homes and bridges, different roads, bridges again, tunnels, storage, stockpile, market, trading post, the list goes on. We'll be building quite a bit of this anyway, so I won't go through it all right now. But first things first, importantly, first of all, there are actually a lot of stats to keep track of in this game, but it has them all turned off to start with. I don't know why it does that. So, there's your general statistics. I'm going to have to move this down a little bit. It's going to look a bit weird, but my FPS counter is covering up the the statistics there if I leave it up the top. By the way, this game runs at a smooth 60 FPS at all times for me, so well done them. There's the event log. We'll put that down there. I actually don't... yeah, no, that can go there. The only problem with these windows is they do take up quite a lot of space. There's a nice little map, although I don't think I'll have that on because I don't... you can zoom out to the point where you don't really need that. We can always toggle it if we want to. Jobs is the most important thing, right? You need this on. So take a look at this. I've got 10 citizens, and these are all the things that they can do: builder, farmer, herdsman, gatherer, fisherman, hunter, woodcutter, forester, herbalist, blacksmith, brewer, tailor, vendor, trader, miner, stonecutter, teacher, physician, cleric. Holy crap, that's a lot of stuff to look at. I'm not going to use that, and no, I won't. Yeah, no, I think that'll do. That'll do. Right, okay, so we've got our 10 guys. They can only be labourers at the moment because I haven't placed any buildings down to be built. We want to get rid of a good chunk of this. Now, when we get rid of it, it'll be left out just in the middle of nowhere unless we actually like specify where it's going. Once that stockpile's full, we'll need to make another one. So, remove resources. Now this is going to look a bit mental, but there we go. Nice big square there. Now I left this on normal ×1 when I did my first village. It takes absolutely ages, so I'm going to speed it up all the way. Well, not all the way. I'm going to do 5 times because 10 times feels a bit too crazy. Now, we need to build houses, otherwise they will all die. So, I'm going to go for a house there, house there, house there, house there, and a house there. Come on, boys. Work away. Work away. Now, as they cut down trees and mine stone and iron and stuff, the tools that you brought with you, which you can see here, we have 29 iron tools and 1,800 potatoes. Amazing. Those iron tools will break, but you should be getting more iron and more, you know, logs and firewood and stone to make more. Now, we've built 5 houses, so we haven't built them yet, so they don't exist. You've got to build houses or you guys will die. So, we changed that so we have 4 builders and 7 labourers. And soon the builders will start making these houses where people can live, which again is important. Once you built the houses, you really need to look at getting firewood and food. This gets complicated really quickly. Now, it's not a particularly hard game, I'll say. No, that's not fair. It is a hard game, but not in the way you interact with it, right? The interface is perfectly fine, it's good. There's hotkeys assigned to stuff, you know, it's all good. I like the interface, it's nice and smooth, nice and simple, easy to navigate. If you can't find something, a couple of clicks and you're generally there. Okay, we're going to put down another storage thing here. Another stockpile. Because I get the feeling we're going to run out of space soon. There we go, look at that. Storage for log, stone and iron is nearly at capacity. So, you get these nice warnings that shows you what you need to do. And the interface is easy to navigate so you know where to go to build this stuff. The difficulty in the game doesn't come from actually, you know, building your village or anything. It comes from when things go horribly wrong and you guys start dying and you run out of food and then they all, like, starve to death or die of cold. That's where the game is difficult. Why have they put that there? Have I put the wrong thing down? I think I may have put the wrong thing down. Okay. Where's my storage gone? That's a stockpile, isn't it? Yeah, stockpile. What are you doing, boys? Put it... There we go. Okay. So as you can see, we've got our houses built. You can see what's in the houses. They've got some potatoes and some firewood. Now this means that that number of potatoes is not lasting very long at all. So, we need... Let's see, should we... Let's have a fishing dock. Where can I put this? Where, Oop, whoops, no, didn't mean to do that. Where's the best place to put this? Because I'm going to want a bridge over there at some point. This is embarrassing, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I have just forgotten how to rotate. So give me one moment. I'll have a look at the options and let's find out. Oh, God. I tell you what. The sound disappears very, very quickly when you, when you press pause. Holy crap. There we go. R and T. I knew it was something like that. I was pressing Q and E. I don't know why. Right. So, you can change the structure model as well. I haven't bothered with that because, well, I just want my guys to survive to start with. I'm going to turn that down. Music's back at a deafening volume. Right, so, I want to make a fishing place. I've done that the wrong way round. Come on. Hey! Okay, so we've got a fishing dock there. There's deer over there as well. So, you can place a hunting cabin which allows your guys to hunt stuff around the area. So if I put it like here... Okay, so we can have another builder, but I'm going to leave the labourers there for the moment. Now, this is where it starts to get to the point where you need to keep on top of it, because we've got storage, we've got logs, loads of logs, that's good, we want logs. However, we don't necessarily have firewood. Now we need firewood, but you don't get firewood from logs. You've got to make firewood out of logs. So, hang on, where is it? Resource production, there we go. So we need a woodcutter to make firewood. You can be facing that way, like that. There we go. It is a simple game to play, not a simple game to, like, to win, I guess. I think that's the only way I can really phrase it. As you can see, though, I like the way it's laid out, everything in the menu. I like the way the interface works. This, although it looks complicated, is actually fine. The professions tab, you know, easy to keep track of. The event log, you know, telling you everything that's going on. Again, it's good. It lets you keep an eye on stuff. But it's more just keeping on top of everything that causes the problem, more than anything else. Now, no one has got rid of that tree, which is a problem. Get rid of that. Get rid of it. Someone go over there and get rid of that. So, they've got firewood and potatoes, that's fine. The potato count, dangerously low. So I think, actually, I'm going to up the number of builders. Because the sooner we build these buildings, the sooner we can, you know, we can assign people to fish and to hunt, and therefore we'll get food. But we also need firewood, so we need the woodcutters to build as well. Holy moly, there's just quite a bit to keep track of, really. That's got quite a bit of stuff. That's got quite a bit of stuff. That's the thing I'm worried about there. We could do with a blacksmith too, actually. Blacksmiths are important. Because they replace the tools that you spend in knocking all of this stuff down. So blacksmith can go there. I think we're going to make a road, like a dirt road. Provides faster travel for citizens. Yeah. Okay. So, there. Now it looks mental now, but don't worry, it's all going to make sense in the end. Nah, yeah, we'll make a road to there as well. You know what? I've got to say, guys, I don't play this kind of game. That's just I just don't play this kind of game, not very often anyway. I've yet to find a city builder that's kind of caught my interest for any length of time. But there is, I guess, what the hell are these guys doing? What are you doing, you mentals? Oh, okay, I see. I didn't build any roads in my test village, so I didn't know what it looked like when they made it. Yeah, because they're all builders. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Now, we've got a hunting cabin here, so we're going to have to take some people off builders, and we are going to have 3 hunters. As you can see, there's deer around here, so they can hunt that. In fact, there's loads of food everywhere. Now, as the game goes on and gets more complicated, what are we on? ×2. Yeah, I think we'll leave it at ×2 for the moment, because I really don't want to have something creep up on me. Now, as the game goes on, you just have to develop. You've got to make sure that your firewood reserves are up, which currently they're not. They need to be up further, like higher than that. Oh God, we might have to build another one of those. And in fact, we need more labourers. See, this is the thing. You've got to balance the stuff. You've got to balance all of it. We need an extra home. We need like 2 more homes. But we had to build food, so it's like, okay, we're going to put that there. And because I completely failed to rotate those earlier, we're going to go down here, like that. Like that. And then all the way across. And then like that. And then there like that. See, that's taking way too long to build. We've got 4 people who need homes. But I can't stop I can't take the labourers off because we need them to continue getting firewood. Well, logs. And stone to build stuff. Do you see where the complexity comes in here? It's resource management. You've got to keep your guys alive. But frankly, it requires a lot of fiddling, I guess. I mean, we're starting to see children born, but we don't have enough houses. So, and that's 33% complete. So, I've paused that building, right? I've paused it. I don't... We've got a couple of roads that need building, and we've got that. So, we're going to pause the blacksmith as well. I don't particularly like pausing the blacksmith, but we need these houses built. And we're going to take away the labourers for the moment. We just want these houses built. That's what we want. Come on, boys. Now, the other nice thing about this game is the fact that you've got all these, information tabs on pretty much everything. And you can do it for the people as well. So, if I click on there, you've got the occupants. You can then follow the occupants around. So, you can see what that guy's doing. He's going over to get wood, I think. So that he can... Yeah. I mean, I like little things like that. You can also... like, you can pin this stuff so you can follow certain citizens. Which, again, is really nice. It is genuinely just a very nicely thought out game. It's not too easy. It's also not too difficult. I feel like... Well, as I said, I don't really play these games. And yet... I was able to pick this up, and well, I'm not gonna go ahead and say I've got the best looking village in the world here. It's not gonna win the awards, but it's functioning. Although I think I'm gonna have to I mean, we still have some guys that are obsessed with getting rid of all of this when they should be building houses. But that is probably down to my poor citizen management. Have we got any more firewood? There we go, 36 firewood, 16 firewood. So we're building that up. We've got venison, we've got potatoes. Once the houses have been built, I will unpause the fishing dock. What percentage are we on? 85%, 86%. Oh, come on. There we go. Now we just need that one to be built. Although we're getting more and more children, so actually I could do with building another one after that. It's actually... this is a game where I think you could easily lose a lot of time to it. Because there's something actually quite relaxing about it. There's a lot of management going on, you know, there's... It's not like you can just sit here and watch your reserve of firewood is low. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's getting cold, getting chilly. Oh, all the venison's gone. Now we need to look then at getting more food. So, venison, that's fine. Also, we could do with an orchard as well. Okay, so let's have a crop field. We'll put that... Yeah, well... That can go there. Like so. And it can go there, like so. So we've got seeds for crops. So we will end up making a big old crop field, which will again provide food. So we unpause that. Someone has become an adult. Do we have anyone in need of a home? No, we don't. That's right. Then see, now it's starting to take shape. We can unpause that too. We've got one labourer apparently, although the builders for some reason are still... What are you doing, son? Yeah, job as a builder, but he's still collecting resources. I'm not entirely sure why that is, I'll be honest with you. I don't know. It's probably because I issued such a massive command earlier. They're still working through their list of jobs, as it were. How are we doing for firewood? The reserve of food is low, that's bad. Whoa, okay, yeah, no, that's really bad. We have no food in the thing. The individual houses have got food. You know what, I could probably just sit here and play this for the next 4 or 5 hours, but I don't actually know if that would give you a better idea of how enjoyable this game is. I hope from the fact that... I mean, I keep saying this, but I just do not play games like this. And yeah, I'm enjoying myself a lot. I've got a tiny village, right? I don't have anything, really. I'm just starting out. My guys are all alive. They're doing the jobs. Yeah, we could stand to have a bit more food, but the houses have got, you know, food stored in them. So the people are surviving. They're happy. They've got firewood. They're warm. We're slowly getting more firewood, more logs, more iron, more stone. It's not simple. That wouldn't be fair to the developers. But it is not complicated. You know, it's easy to play. It's easy to lose yourself in. It looks nice. I know it's simple, but I genuinely do really like the way this game looks. I really like the sound design. It fits it really well. It's relaxing, I guess, the sound, but also you do actually get the feeling of being in a, you know, in this world. I'm impressed with this, guys. I've got to say, I am properly impressed with this. This is going to release 18th February, so in about 7 hours from this video, and yeah, if you're a fan of city builders, I really recommend you get this, because it's very easy to lose yourself in. It's nice, and it's nicely presented. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm really liking it. I'm gonna build my first stone house. There we go. At some point that'll be a thing. So yeah, there you go, guys. I mean, this is Banished. It's a very detailed, very in-depth city builder. You've got a lot to do, a lot to look at, a lot to manage, and yet somehow it's still fun, it's still simple to control, it's still nice to look at, it's relaxing to play, but it's still challenging because of how much you've got to juggle all these different, like, facets of the game. You've got all of these jobs, you've got your hunger, your happiness, you've got everything to look for, and yet you don't feel under pressure, or, you know, like, you don't feel like the game is too harsh, even though it's kind of difficult to manage everything. It's just, yeah, well, I've said it all. I've said everything that I would like to say about this game, and now I'm just going to carry on playing it. I'm literally just going to stop recording and just carry on playing the game, because it is that fun. So there you go, guys. This is Banished. I've been Kirioth from unitlost.com. Not unitlost.com. Yes, unitlost.com. Go to the forums. I knew that's why I was going to say that. I even wrote it down to remind you. Go to the forums. Sign up. They're amazing. This is Banished. It is pure. I love this game, and it's going to be a massive time waster for me. I recommend you check it out the second it's released. Follow me at Kirioth on Twitter. I will see you next time. Toodaloo.